Alright guys, welcome back to the most amazing gaming channel in the world. Today we are going to be going over the attack speed, lifesteal, pen, and crit chance. Now you might be going, why the fuck are we going over so many right now? The reason why is because we covered a lot of them in the power, but not all of the items that are in the power are in these other trees. So without further ado, we already talked about Ninja, but I will slightly touch on it. It's going to be for people that need that attack speed early. Ichval is going to basically be able to allow you to outbox ADCs at an early rank, as well as it does give you that good attack speed. Aside, now this is one we haven't covered yet. This is a very good item for an ADC, someone like an Artemis. I really like building this on Artemis, because I've also liked building it on Cupid as well. It does give you decent lifesteal, but the thing that makes it good is when you drop below 35% health, you gain an additional 25% lifesteal for 5 seconds. That means that you will have a total of 40% physical lifesteal. And this can happen every 15 seconds. This is very, very helpful. Not only to that, it gives you a decent amount of physical pen, which is 15, and you also get a 20% attack speed. This is a very good all-around item, especially when you consider that it only costs 1,700. If you pair this up with Ichval, that means that you can have right off the bat a 50% attack speed right off the bat for only 3480 gold. Not bad at all. Next one we're going to talk about is going to be Wingblade. This gives you some health, gives you some crowd control reduction, some attack speed, and movement speed. Now this is going to be good for when you are hit by a slow, you are immune to slows, and your movement speed is increased by 20% for 4 seconds. Only occurs once every 4 seconds. This is going to be good for someone that almost situational. If they built Frostbound Hammer, this will allow you to get out. They hit you, they slow you, you're out. A Nemesis coming in to kill you. They sit there and ult you. They come in and then they 2 you. Now you get that increased speed. It's going to be good for people that have slows in their kit, like a Nemesis, or someone that's even building a Frostbound Hammer. It's going to be the reason for this. Soul Eater, there's going to be one of the lifesteal items that we will basically touch on in the next one. But lifesteal gives you the good attack speed right off the bat and gives you some good lifesteal as well. It gives you just a flat 20% lifesteal. The thing that makes this good though is that when you kill an enemy, any enemy, not just a god, you gain 0.5 lifesteal and 0.5 movement speed with a max of 20 stacks, giving you an extra 10% lifesteal, which is 30, and an extra 10% movement speed, which means at fat max stacks, this will give you 30% attack speed and physical lifesteal, as well as giving you a 10% movement speed. This is going to be good for people that they don't really have attack speed in their kit. For example, a Hao Yi. He doesn't really have any increased speed, and he has the lowest attack speed out of any other ADC in the game. Soul Eater is going to be one that is good for him because it gives him the lifesteal and the attack speed as well. Moving on to Witchblade. This is going to be good for something, but something that I would never recommend my supports to get. I believe you are actually able to pick this up as a support, as well as Winged Blade as well. But Witchblade is going to be good for someone when you need to outbox. If you're going up against an Artemis or a Rama, people that can immediately increase their attack speed. Some people already build, I've seen Neiths with like a 2.2 attack speed. If you get this is going to reduce their attack speed by 20% and their physical power reduced by 30. This is an extremely good because especially if you get it at like level 2 or 3, knowing they're going to be going into a quick attack speed build. Sometimes it's not that easy, you will have to wait, but it's going to be a counter item. Keep in mind that this is also a countered item as a Winged Blade. These are good items to know because it allows you to basically have the people that are building next to you or your enemies building to counter one of their items or their entire build in itself. So Witchblade is very good because it'll allow you to essentially outbox any other ADC. So I would recommend this only to ADCs. Next, that brings us to the next one, which is Hasten Fatalis, or Fatalis. This is good on some gods. Bakasura is one of them I've seen. Same with Nemesis. I've also seen it with Arachne. I build it on many of my ADCs because it's very good for the passive. And I can't tell you how many times of which I'll be attacking and they get away with one. And I swear to God, I would do anything to have hastened at that time. This basically allows you, now I will show you guys here if you don't already know. Holy shit, that was loud. Is you can see there's no attacks or attack speed debuff. However, if I miss, you can see I'm moving substantially slower. So that is what makes Hasten Fatalis very, very good. Next one is Executioner. We already touched on this. So basically just know it reduces their armor. So if they're building a shit ton of armor, it's going to be a very good item to build. It does not affect towers or titans or anything like that. Odysseus's bow. This gives you a shit ton of attack speed, 40%. I've seen this used more in Assault. I've never really seen a very good player use it in Conquest. But every 4th basic attack triggers a Chain Lightning that damages the next 4 targets up to 30, or for 30 damage, 50% of your total physical power. That is worded very odd. Essentially, this is going to be good for lane clear. It doesn't do much damage. That's actually very, very fucking confusing how they worded that. But long story short, get this if you're an ADC. If you really, really need lane clear, but it's not that good of an item because you can get the Throwing Dagger, which is the AoE 2nd tier golden bow, and it would be much better for you. Concise, we already talked. If they're building a bunch of health, it's very good. It's also very helpful when paired with other items such as Executioner and Titan's Bane. I've honestly seen Executioner, Titan's Bane, Concise, Asai, Deathbringer, and it is a very good item for that. Moving on to Lifesteal, we've already touched on all these now, so I won't touch on them again. Penetration, I think the only one I think I've talked on all these, so really quick. We've already touched that one. And this one, Titan's Bane, this helps you just shred through people. Brawler's Beatstick, get this. If you didn't finish watching my other video, because I fucked up and I forgot to say, this is going to be very good for basically that power. And get this only if you're going to be able to use your abilities on them. For example, ADCs, do not get this. It sucks. I'm sorry. Wind Demon got nerfed, potentially buffed. But it is now no longer an anti-healing item. It is now... We already went over Wind Demon, so the abilities, it has to be an ability, not just a basic attack. And already touched on all those, and then crit chance as well. Rage, stick to ADCs, Wind Demon. This is going to be very situational now. I can see a lot of people using this. This is going to be most likely Assassins, potentially an ADC. And this is going to be Assassins and ADCs because it's very, very, very helpful. So hopefully you guys finished or liked the rest of the offensive items there for you guys. And until the next time, have yourself a fucking amazing life.